He can't keep anything to himself. And it's going to get even worse.
That's not what I heard.
Hey,
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
here's your aquamarine ring. Good for you. I thought you'd lost it.
Honestly, I would lost it myself.
I have talked to Baltram. He will find someone to relieve you.
Ah, very good.
Go away,
Then we
don't
can
tell me.
finally leave here.
Don't tell this to anyone.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
I won't tell her a thing.
That only caused more trouble.
I've got a package for you from Baltram.
What? He's sending me an errand boy? Scared shitless, is he? Oh well, what can you expect from such a puny penny pincher?
He says he wants 3 bottles of your rum in return.
Ha ha, wouldn't he like that? First he makes me wait forever, doesn't even show up in person. Then he has the nerve to make demands. Here, give him 2 bottles. That's enough for him.
Do you know anyone with an eye patch?
I know plenty of men with eye patches.
There's someone roaming the land of Corinus who seems to know you rather well.
Can't imagine who. I have no dealings with landlubbers.
But
Leave it be. I'm really not interested.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Really, how interesting.
Doesn't surprise me.
okay, let's go.
Really?
Where?
How interesting.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
He'd better shut up.
Let us take Vatris's ornament back.
Then let's go.
Works on
Follow me.
Better to watch out.
That's an open
I'd
secret.
have thought about it differently.
Honestly,
Really, how interesting.
if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
That in this place, order and chaos were equal.
Thing
And
all
so
over again.
the sea was created.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
That's not what my husband thinks.
You don't say.
Now that we're no longer in town and cannot be overheard, let me tell you a little more. We are now going to take this ornament that you brought me back to Satyrus. You remember Satyrus, don't you?
Certainly. He was the leader of the water mages in the new camp.
We lads from the former new camp still have good relations with the water mages. Even Lee will still protect the water mages against any danger today if it's within his power. To keep up the contact with the water mages, I'm in town most of the time, working together with Vatras. And this is the armor that is issued to each of us by the water mages. The members of the Ring of Water have been wearing such armor since before the Orc Wars.
What is Cavalorn's part in this? He wasn't a follower of the new camp as far as I know.
You are right. Our community has grown. Even I do not know how many there are by now. But let us move on. I want to get further away from the city. We can talk more about it later.
Let's move on.
Stay close behind me. What's wrong? Are you still holding up?
That fellow over there has problems with bandits.
Too bad for him, but we don't have time for that now.
Let's move on.
Stay close behind me. Don't you break down on me now.
Stop blabbing. Let's move on.
Stay close behind me. One left. The water mages are all beside themselves. They've been digging at an excavation site in the northeast for weeks. It's anybody's guess what they're trying to find there. It all started when the earth began trembling like it did in the worst times of the barrier. Horrible stone creatures emerged from the ground, slaying everyone who went within 100 feet of them. The water mages took the matter in hand and destroyed those hostile invaders. And now they're digging down there, searching for an explanation for these strange events. But you will soon see for yourself.
Let's move on.
Stay close behind me.
Hey you, stop right there.
What do you want?
If you don't want me to smash in your face, you'd better transfer a few gold coins for your pockets to mine, and pronto.
You're joking.
Do I look the part? If I don't see 20 gold pieces before you come even one step closer, then I'll flatten you, so fork over the door already.
Just get out of my way.
So you want it the hard way.
Can you still go on?
Yeah. Let's move on.
Stay close behind me. There's another of those scummy beasts. Right. It could get dangerous here.
Let's move on.
Keep back a little. We're here. Here, take the ornament. The water mages must be in there somewhere. Take it to them. If you should meet any beasts down in that hole in the ground that look like they're too much for you, flee forward to Satyrus. He'll take care of the beast for you. I need to go back. And one more thing. Don't even think about strolling around for long with this ornament. Go directly to Satyrus. See you.
There's another of those scummy beasts. One less monster around. There's another of those scummy beasts. One less monster around. Are you mad? Get out of here. It's too dangerous in these vaults for a would-be adventurer. But say, don't I know you? Of course, you bastard. Don't think that I could have forgotten how you betrayed us in the new camp. You drained our mound of ore of all magic power, and then simply disappeared. What exactly did you think you were doing?
It was necessary. Without the power of the ore, I could never have defeated the Sleeper.
What sort of drivel is that? Sleeper? Defeated? Do you have the slightest idea what you have done? You have confused the structure of magic so much that it could be heard back in Corinus. Count yourself lucky that the barrier simply collapsed one day.
What are you complaining about? It all worked out all right.
Mind your tongue. What the blazes do you want here anyway?
I belong to the Ring of Water now.
As I see, you wear the armor of our members, and I see in your eyes that you speak the truth. Very well. I shall accept your entrance into our ranks, but bear in mind that this comes with a great responsibility, and I hope for your sake that you'll do it justice.
I came here with Lars.
Lares? Really? Where is he?
I'm alone. Lars went back to the city.
What? And he sent you to us alone? What was he thinking?
I brought your ornament.
What in all the world is that supposed to mean? Who gave you that? Don't tell me that Lars simply handed it over to you.
Come off it now. I brought it to you. You do want it, don't you?
Certainly, but it disturbs me that you have your hand in the game once again.
Why are you making such a big deal about that old business with the ore mound? After all, I already worked for you back then, and you can't say that I was unreliable.
And what did it ultimately get me? Just don't think that I trust you.
What are you doing down here?
These halls conceal ancient secrets, mysterious secrets. The inscriptions and murals indicate a very ancient culture. Everything you can see here is written in a language completely unknown to us. We are only just beginning to learn it and grasp its meaning.
Why is this ornament so important to you?
It is the key to a portal. I shall not tell you more. Since there's no way of stopping you from keeping the other mages from doing their work, you might as well take a message from me to one of them. Tell Riordian that I wish to see him here. He's in the rear part of the vault. You will find him there.
Hey, you! Can you teach me?
So that you can once again interfere with the magical structure? No, I have no time for such games.
Hey! What are you doing?
I'm studying the culture of the ancient people. Based on the inscriptions, they lived long before our time. I don't know exactly when they erected these halls, but their civilization was highly developed. They built a city on the other side of the mountains, and a temple for Adonos.
A lost city on the island of Corinus?
Yes, until now, we lived in the belief that we knew the whole island. We assumed that the entire northeast of the island was one enormous mountain range. But we were wrong. Behind these mountains lies a valley. The city of the ancient people was located there. I would only too gladly see the buildings of the city, but they have probably fallen to dust long ago.
How old do you think this place is?
Well, I still can't say exactly, but it must be several hundred years old.
Vatras gave me this amulet of the searching will-o'-the-wisp.
Ah, a rare artifact. You can use it to train the will-o'-the-wisp. Do you know that?
Can you help me with that?
Gladly. I've worked with this sort of magic for a long...
Sachuras wants to see you.
Has he gotten further with his investigation? Then I will go to him immediately. If you want to learn more about this complex, talk to Nefarious. You'll find him farther back in these vaults.
mustn't believe everything you hear.
That doesn't amaze me.
That was quite obvious.
He listened to the wrong people.
May I bother you for a moment?
It's you. I never thought I'd see your face again. It's very brave of you to show up here. There was a time we would have skinned you alive. You can be glad that was a few weeks ago, and we've all calmed down.
What are you doing here?
My task is to find out more about the Guardians of the Temple. That is a tough nut, let me tell you. These stone sentinels have a characteristic that is utterly foreign to me. One moment they're standing around completely lifeless, and the next they're attacking you like they're possessed. I still haven't been able to determine their driving power, but one thing is sure, it is of magical origin.
Tell me more about the...
I can't tell you much so far. Unfortunately, we have had to destroy them. Now, they aren't dangerous. When we came here, they attacked us. We could only defeat them with our combined power, and I'm afraid there are even more waiting for us behind the portal. There must be a way to banish their driving force, so that they remain nothing more than statues.
Can you sell me some equipment?
Why not? If I remember correctly, we've already done business. Tell me what you need.
Busy?
These vaults are one big mystery for me. It's hard to imagine that no one else found them before now. We were able to uncover the entrance without difficulty. People are so occupied with their daily routine that no one looked more closely at this structure. I have no other explanation for it.
What is your task here?
I'm trying to find out where this round portal leads. Besides that, I help Nefarious look for the missing ornament. It is certain that this portal leads to another part of the island that we do not yet know. I can't remember ever having heard or read about that.
You really want to go through the portal?
Of course. Assuming we find that missing ornament, that is. I admit, it is a somewhat risky business, but we must absolutely find out what it has to do with these constant earthquakes.
What do you know about the earthquakes?
Something on the other side is causing them. The source is probably also causing the stone sentinels to awaken. But that isn't my job. Satyrus and Kronos can tell you more about that.
What do you think you will find over there?
I'm really not sure. I suspect that on the other side there will be a structure similar to this one, and a counterpart to everything else we shall see when we get there.
Can you teach...
Once we're over there, I'll be at your disposal.
What is the fastest way back to the city?
I recommend you go back the same way you came. But you could also... No, that would be too dangerous.
Out with it.
Well, the builders of these halls had their own method of traveling. As far as we can tell, they could teleport.
That's nothing special.
The teleporter stones that we found here in Corinus are special indeed. It seems as though the teleporter stone here in these halls may lead to the harbor city. However, none of us had the courage to try it.
What if I were to try to use it?
No idea. We know too little about it. It is possible you wouldn't survive.
Where's this teleporter stone?
There is a door in the basin room. I have locked it up behind there.
Give me the key. I want to take a look at this thing.
Really? But I take no responsibility for it.
Give it here.
If you say so, here it is.
Where are the other teleporter stones?
So far, we've only found one other somewhere in the middle of Corinus, near the Dead Harpy Tavern.
Can you teach me anything about magic?
Once we're...
Hey.
Everything all right?
It's very brave of you to just walk in here.
What are you doing here?
I'm studying the language of the builders. The language is the key to understanding the ancient people. Each one of us must learn it, or this expedition will be over before it even begins. The builders use stone tablets to pass on their knowledge. Unfortunately, many of them are broken or were stolen long ago.
What's on these stone tablets, then?
They contain the collected knowledge of the ancient people. Some of them increase knowledge of combat and magic by magical means. For someone who can read the tablets, they are a real treasure.
Can you teach me to read the language?
Well, why not? I'll gladly pass on my knowledge to you.
Teach me that language.
We'll start with something easy. To begin with, I can teach you the language of the peasants. As a rule, texts written in the language of the peasants deal with worldly matters such as work, love, or obtaining food. It was the common language of the city. You will be able to understand most of the text found here if you know it.
How's it going?
What are you doing here? This is certainly a surprise. I thought you had been killed.
Almost.
There was quite a fuss about you, you know that? I hardly recognized Satyrus. He was so beside himself about that business back then.
What sort of portal is that?
We suspect that it leads to the Lost Valley, where the ancient culture must have had their city. But the stone behind the portal is made of massive rock, yards thick. Also, there are no signs of teleportation magic. Very mysterious.
Do you know how to activate it?
One of the missing ornaments seems to be a sort of magical key. We'll need it to get any further. It has to fit exactly into the ring-shaped hollow next to the portal.
I brought a part of the ornament.
Really? That's terrific.
Do you have any idea where the other parts are?
According to the ancient inscriptions, it was broken into 4 pieces, and it looks as though the parts are still to be found on the island. With Merdarian's help, I have translated some of the inscriptions. There are hints as to where the remaining pieces are. Here, I've marked some of the places on this map. Look around there. You should pay attention to old structures. They might be somewhat deteriorated and no longer clearly recognizable. It could be almost anything. A large rock, a stone circle, a mausoleum, or something similar. But what am I saying? You'll find it. Well, good luck.
Why was the ornament broken?
Whoever did it wanted to prevent the portal from ever being opened again. The longer I stare at the inscriptions, the more I realize that the priests of the ancient culture really were no fools. There was a good reason that they made the region back there inaccessible. We don't know what awaits us there, but it certainly isn't anything good.
About the missing ornaments.
Yes?
How many were there again?
There are 4 in all. You should find the others where I have marked the map.
Hey! I am supposed to find the lost parts of the ornament for Nefarious.
What? That's unbelievable. You're involved again?
Don't worry, I'll bring the things here.
How do you know at least what you're looking for?
Nefarious gave me this map.
Show me. It is very dangerous in the big forest. You should not go alone. Look for someone to accompany you in Corinus. I do not want you eaten by monsters, and the ornament with you. Here is your map back.
What sort of...
That is one of the puzzles I am trying to solve. The structure of magic is being disturbed somewhere behind these mountains. Quite obviously, someone is trying with all of his might to break. I fear it will not be long before the...
Come here, you filthy beast. Another one of those things.
There's another of those scummy beasts.
One less monster around.
What's for you, filthy beast?
I'll never get this open without the right key.
I couldn't care less.
Have you ever used a teleporter stone?
Are you out of your mind?
I couldn't care less.
As long as none of the water mages swear to me that there's no danger, I'm not going anywhere near those things. They ordered me to hide one of those teleporter stones, and well, apart from that, I'm staying well away from them.
I can't help it. I couldn't care less.
Can I have a look at this teleporter stone?
I don't care. Here's the key. No, I've blocked the entrance.
You just have to listen.
Where is this teleport?
There's a cave to the south, not...
It's a bad business.
Certainly.
I'm staying out of it. That doesn't surprise me. Things I could tell you. There's nothing you can do about it. I couldn't care less. If he doesn't see that, I can't help him. I'm staying out of it. There's nothing you can do about it. I could. It's a bad business. Same old thing. Do you really? He thinks it's as easy as that. There's nothing you can do about it. Nobody wants. You listen to the wrong people. I've got no time for things like that.
Hey! The teleporter stones seem to work nicely.
You actually did it? You really went in?
Yes, they obviously still work.
Unbelievable. I have to look at this more closely later.
See? That wasn't so hard.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
But so great was the wrath of Beliar that he came across the land and chose the beast. And
I've got another...
Great! Here.
But he knew that all along.
I gave Vatras your letter.
I didn't expect anything else. Thanks.
Are you looking for something?
Is it that obvious? Yes, I have an assignment from the water mages to look for some lost ornament.
That's convenient. I have the same assignment from Nefarious.
So you belong to the Ring of Water?
Yes.
I'm glad. Then I don't have to do this alone.
Have you already found an ornament?
I found the place where we should find one. This stone circle could be one of those structures that Nefarious described. Now, we just have to find the mechanism we're supposed to look for.
I tried the mechanism. It doesn't...
Then Lobart's farmers were right. They said that one of them had already played around with the stones here. A stone sentinel appeared out of nowhere and attacked them. The farmers called the militia. The militiamen called the paladins, who came and destroyed the monster. I've already searched the whole area. If there was an ornament here, the paladins have it now.
Then I'll go to them and demand the ornament back.
All right, I'm going to the city now. We'll meet again at Vatras's.
Don't say you didn't know that.
It's a bad business.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Hey, you, wait a minute. You're headed for the Valley of Mines, aren't you?
And?
Here's a bargain. You give me a report on what's going on with the ore, and for that I will get you a ring that increases your life energy.
I'll see what I can do.
Do you really believe that? Whew, I couldn't get away with that.
And there's more, believe me.
I don't believe it. I'm not telling you anything new. No,
I'm looking for a metal ornament. It should have been by the stone circle near Lobar's farm.
If you mean this thing here, we suspected that it might be a magical rune, but it turned out to be completely worthless. You can have it if you like. I have no use for it.
Someone's gotta pay for that.
you can't rely on that.
Same old thing all over again.
I already thought as much.
Don't tell me you didn't know
I've got no time for things like
that. I'm not touching that.
That's been known a long time.
We can only wait and see.
There you are again.
I've got a few skins for you.
Wolfskin. That's good. Good work. Come see me again when you have more.
It can't go on like this forever.
But no, he insisted he knew better.
You don't say.
It's gonna get even worse. That's what I've always said.
You don't say. I don't believe what I said.
Hey, you!
Myself.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's what I've always said.
Do you really believe that?
Have you ever used it?
No, but I've heard of them. The water mages aren't too sure about those
That's not what my
things yet.
husband thinks.
That's been known a long time.
I've given it a try.
Of course you have. You're not afraid of anything, are you? Well, if you want to use the things, go ask Orlin, the tavern owner, whether he'll let you into his boarded-up cave. I think he has hidden one of the teleporter stones. Walk out of the eastern...
Can you help me get through the thick woods in the east?
Okay, but what do you want to go there for?
Nefarious ordered me to find more ornaments. One of the places where I'm supposed to look is in the middle of the woods.
I see. And that's still too dangerous for you alone, right? No problem. Let me know when you want to leave.
How
It's
interesting.
really not my problem.
Okay, let's go.
Where?
I don't believe
To the dense forest in the east.
Then let's go. Follow me.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
these are bad times.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Dad can't take care of everything for everybody.
Who says things like that? I don't believe that.
You don't say. And it's going to get even worse.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adonis. The wrath of the gods was with them.
I used to say that myself.
I haven't seen it with my own eyes.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Have you thought about going into the woods? Do you really want to do that?
Yes.
All right, my friend. Then follow me. This is going to be gross.
Come here, you filthy beast.
There's another of those scummy beasts. One less monster around. There's another of those scummy beasts.
Come here, you filthy beast.
Nothing to be had there.
There. You should be able to do the rest by yourself. I'm headed back then.
Wait a minute.
that. I can't help it.
That was no big deal.
All I've had is his strength.
So where are we headed then? Are you the foreman here?
One less monster around.
Fred, you boys from this...
Come on and...
Well, in that...
Not bad at all.
So, still got that big mouth?
Don't beat me, please! I'll even go back to work, okay?